of the deceased has to be present. Now, you can say interested parties are who are they? Our Bushia, our Ye, our Kun, our Ma. Those are the required people. And then because of the importance, you say a Bushia penny or your D, not yet, has to be present. But there is nothing required, sir. You to come and read the will. Number two, will does not necessarily mean to say to go to court. The fact that will no end up court no does not make the will illegal. Wills can be kept anywhere of choice by the one who wrote the will. Wills the baby or no more. Put me the command or so for. Okay. If you were lawyers, you were secret. Where home? You were and according to our ethics, we cannot disclose what is in the world to anybody. Oh, Menka. So I suffer from a home said then. Now, lawyer for open ma. Oh, I no be so for no be so for we are not a lawyer for. I saw for more I'm man. Also for Papa Shi. I saw for more I'm man. Okay. I thought from me and 70 a month to me and Kasa. I can't hear me and so for me per man. Yes. The work can be kept with anybody. They be on my I want a bank. They save deposit box in the bank. The reason why I will know most of the time I call that court is that people believe that the court is a better secured place and it is very difficult to go and take the document and alter it. But it doesn't necessarily have to be deposited in court. However, will not have to be probated in court. So we will no jawela court near the court. Near show say way any will as soon as a giant. And then the court will schedule a time to read the will. But after reading the will, the court will do further processes in order to file the necessary probate and vest the assets. Say, okay, will me may I have vesting assets with the will. Near the chair, and after so what I said, Councillor, me for ye, a councillor there. You can't it doesn't become yours right away. As a vesting asset, I will transfer the title, the ownership of the phone to councillor. And I'll say, Danya, to me, I should say, this is my right to this house. A car, this is my right to this car. A bank account, this is my right to the money in the bank for me to go and take it. I don't think that we be on court, a woman. But you can leave your will with your pastor, with your lawyer, and it is still valid under the law. If you want to make it fear about my will, I mean, I will, if you're not a team, maybe I'm moving. And he or no, the view of Tino. Yet he had it, or me in it, but my mother said, you will. Sad Ben and then if you're not a team, you'll find command a branch of watching. And you're quiet, come with you, you say, every best, and every best, and see it to be on your farm. Is it possible that we never got to me a day? Councillor, make or done a lot of your question. But who obey for a king homes, within the will, no, like I said, me and contract so okay. Most of the time, the matrimonial hope is will to the surviving spouse. It is a case on pen, that the other one of that. Maybe there may be a way to negotiate for that. However, yes, so what Jane said, maybe if you know ma or before they you know now encore struggle on the street or between a contest will there must be an adequate provision made for the survivors spouse. So the life is not going to become worse off by virtue of your death. And that is how we make a contested will. Now, whatever is wrong with the will can be corrected. In fact, I will probably hope as a lawyer. Now, Kakemi says, say, I'm person share my property. I had a minute, but my person is the man. I will ask you as my client, and then I will demand, and then I demand. We say already a man is dying. Uncle back to the village. Me, I would advise you not to do it. One thing, me, you will know. Sir? Yes. And you're fair. And it is not legal. So I will not put my hand on something I know said actually a day litigation. Well, I'm a man but you're more village down in the time. Oh, sir, so but who are you? No, who didn't back room? Many back room, many of the beautiful on the Naya to say, what time I swam, we are well. What changing a brabo from a grass back room? The law is that look, you cannot put her worse off than where she is today while you are alive. Wow. She doesn't deserve a grassy than one. She deserves something better where she's living with you. Wow. One more similar. Only people was but you probably are natural. If it's illegal, a man would say of the tree, no nobody confused. If you say you need to have a sick time, now you're real, you say I don't sit down, you discover the moment to say you're real. You can say young say there by 2025, new year now. Yes, and even in the US and other places, wow, recognize the equitable distribution. So, if the intent of the couple is to keep their assets separate, it will be respected by the courts. Because to me, our phone will be so many living, but once you bring in once you 8-bedroom house. Now, on person better now with you. Berman and my own tongue, 9 years ago, and if you also, if you are good advice, say, but they are going to know behind the physical factor. You see, we are somehow okay, a basic. Our entire mind. Yes. They are still married. Yes. But we be feel say the time I swap it over. Yes. But I feel say no. Better now. In fact, you flip up coin now. And my chicken decided to better now go to because I also me mano and me nana no nti me say better ha. Then man say time I swap yenko or say unko. If they have more than one property, there's a way out to me equity a few more. Now they are better to be for her. But one decided say, well, how dear, you can actually force a sale of the house. Oh, yes. And take your share. But most of the time, it will end in a divorce because that means to say our reform one thing and come back home. And one of the reasons are over to me file a divorce, irreconcilable differences. You know, you drink and go back. Answer na every time or back because say yes, back say yes, no one who are them and sana a baby pay about it. No, also about Ghana, no son a chico, Nancy, and the manufacturer is some papa after farm for me shape your good people. Now, opposite or tone a dinosaur outcome. Now, Obama's your and net in senior or china so account. On pay my own toner, there's only one weapon. And I want to see here also 3 houses near to us. And John Tom, me and Colleen, no more talk to one. Oban say open, but the okay, Mamma tells us, and I say, Oban to a woman with Tom. I will say, here, say, would be Oban, if you are married. That's the one company out or now with Tom. The consent of the Obama. Wow. In fact, in 2025, the court in Ghana gave the same ruling. Say, oh, Ghana, now with Tom property, now warrior. You hear the consent of your wife. And it's a wife, no, and a husband, and a type a dining when the demo. That's what say on penny on money consent. And yet, and then the only time a bit is when there's a divorce. And it's the same way, okay. I feel here about filing for divorce. So I'm filing for divorce, and the court will decide out of $600,000 and more ton there. You should be a contribution. And then you share car, dinosaur. What is the balance? Balance now also. One better, Ediama. Or ban on the ben. But won't make us say because I will also keep Sunti. Mesome time as soon as the same way here. Yes, you will change now. The fact I went to so country, I shouldn't go. Into a balancing of equities. Say, a ban on the Bemano. That's a colonel queen, one I dream with ye. Now, bomba. Let me say. The time of tsunami, me banam to Tommy down,
so you see on your buyer.
Me Tommy down. That's one. You acquire your own property, will be only yours. When the time comes, something may find me back. The Lord doesn't require me to give my house to my child. That's not what the Lord says. And see, you can sell your house and you come. But only you're in a toy, then the two of you have to decide the fate of the house. And as you go out toy, then your wife has a share in it. That's how the law is.
Okay, you're passing. I'm not sure to I'm more question you. It's very difficult for people to make a request and ask you questions. Yeah. Any question from the floor? You see, I did. Mom, can I move by the my one year bed, the pa. I say, young sir, you need to go, Mama. And then there's like a trouble. Macho, you must have a microphone. Can you help us with the microphone going around, please? Emmanuel, I'm not moving microphones in my attention. Thank you, sir. All right. Thank you, lawyer. In your submission, you made mention of before a woman can attest to the fact that she was part of the property by way of contribution and all that, the woman must prove. We have an adage in our country which says that say bema totua etri bema bo oba totua etri bema bo. Per that, anything you want to do, you must prove it with evidence. But per this adage, most of the women or even men on the side of our world, when we are contributing to something, we don't we don't request for any receipt. There's nothing like that. I'm a married woman, and so if my husband is acquiring a property and I want to add something to it, I just give the money to him without any receipt, without any proof. In this sense, if it happens like that, how would she prove at the court of law? Thank you.
But when we go to the man can say Obama has to prove. May say when the property is acquired with intention, say a joint or marital property, then the two of them have to show their contribution. And in the US or here, you have a lot of married couple. Both of them are professionals. It is easy for them to show that I was responsible for taking care of ABC. He was responsible for taking care of ABC. And because of that, we were able to acquire this property. That is different from when one doesn't contribute financially.
Now, I think we are saying the same thing here. You are talking about US. I am talking about here in Ghana.
Yes.
Of the majority, when we are helping our spouse, either a woman helping a man to acquire a property, normally in our own house, we just give the money. Without any receipt.
Okay.
That is what is happening in our part of this world.
Matthew, every time I do my man say, any member say document your contribution because we are the assessor. Any assessor keep record. And yes, I was in Bonnet, but say we can do so. Say the Ayako Toka which made the Kakaba. Man check. Man bank transfer. Manu and we cash no free market for Emo Abosuri and Famre because you don't know when or tonight or Akosua side check. No about you as a one contribute.
Let I go with the I'm saying, yeah, for sure. Young reform.
You were from
your background,
and you can't run and get your
bank in my year come once a month. And not the Bureau Club. Yen said bank way, sat count to party, Olivia.
And you're wrong. And you have to change.
No, I mean, this I said. In temporary, so bad, yes, I'm mistaken. One my check. A sense of only any evidence be our interest in me cool down or toy and Uchiasika. Lawyer, then obey.
Number one, Luto's family conference here is to educate.
Thank you.
And to make sure that people learn something every day. And to wow, and now you them our TA from today. Number two, why not actually do that? Start thinking. So go to me a record, go to me a calculator, a dial see me can say me ma A, B, C, D, try to honor. Wow, if there should be divorce. If there's no divorce, any problem.